God, it is completely flat. So completely preserved. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wait, there we go. Look at this baby. Oh. And we're back with another episode of Resin Perfection. I'm gonna quote Bluey about the perfection thing.
What's wrong this time?
I don't know. It's just not perfect enough.
Perfect enough for what? Is there something you want to tell me, Bluey?
Their mom says, "What is perfect?" Bingo says, "Something that's really, 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 really good." And I just think that's so cute, and it lightens the whole subject up for me when I think of that answer. Really, 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 really good. All right, so let's keep talking about perfectionism. So yeah, it just like really holds me back. And I think there's also that, like, you know, tied to worthiness. Like, if I don't make something perfect, what does that say about me? Or if I don't make something really good, does that say something about me? No, I don't think it does. I think that's just, it's good to have like lofty goals, I guess, but knowing that done is better than perfect, another one I hear a lot. It's true, like there would be no videos, and I need the accountability. I think that's another huge reason. These videos have a deadline. They're also found in a digital magazine called Authentic Insider, which is a magazine I've been working on. I'm a creative director, but I do some of the design and things like that. And Healing Through the Arts started there. And so it publishes every month. And last month I was late. Those of you who create videos here, you know, it's really no joke. They take lots of time. There's such a learning curve. There's a lot to know, a lot to learn, a lot of steps. Like even when you're done with the video, you're titling your video, you're doing thumbnails, you're doing all these things. So I have been late, and as a result of, you know, getting caught up in those steps that I didn't go, you know, I didn't think they were good enough, or I wanted it to be perfect. And so I've been late on publishing. But I am grateful, and as bad as that feels when I come up short or I'm not on time because I'm letting someone else down, that accountability, it sucks to let someone else down. It feels shitty, but I wouldn't even give you, these videos wouldn't exist without that accountability either. Without someone relying on me, I bet I'd have like a half, you know, like a 3/4 of the way finished video that never, you know, that was never published. So I'm very thankful. I need the accountability to actually be okay with submitting B+ work, because it is stressful. It is a rush, you know, and I'm trying to remedy that by working early in the month like I am now, and like hopefully getting ahead of it and having more content, you know, maybe having 2 videos published before the magazine publishes, so that, you know, it's done and I have something to submit regardless, and then I don't have to rush. But that rush gets me to publish and not sit on it forever. So I am grateful for that, and I need that accountability. It also it can be stressful, yeah. So there's you know, not everything is black and white. Hardly anything is. So there's, you know, 2 sides to that. Like, I'm basically going to be painting this guy. It needs a coat to get that gloss back. Ooh, even just touching it with my gloves, getting it to that gloss point again. But I want it to be a really nice even layer. Oh, but look at it. It's already looking glassy again. Oh, and I really sanded it down so that I could have the bee, really see the details of the bee and things like that. So I'm excited. Finishing is fun. Finishing is fun. That's what I'm going to say. Finishing has always been one of the hardest things. So getting excited about seeing the outcome of projects has been a good way to flip that attitude of I can't finish anything to finishing is fun. I went back and listened to an episode of I Have ADHD podcast about this, and her advice, which I think is brilliant and also simple, is minimum baseline. It's like, what is the minimum you have to do to call something done? And so that could be just like me getting my video out to you and doing, I'm doing once a month, and I wish I could do once a week, but minimum I'd be happy with 2 per month. And so it's kind of like taking a big goal and cutting it in half and cutting it in half again, if you want to think of it that way. But like the minimum baseline, and then that's a place to start. Like our ADHD brains tend to have us, we have idealistic thinking, like, and thinking that it's not enough to do a little bit at a time, small steps. We think we're not getting anywhere, but we are. And I've embraced this with yoga classes. I go to 2 a week. If that, once a week is still me hitting my minimum baseline. And I hike once a week, and that's good enough for me right now with exercising. And I feel better, and it helps so much. But I remember having goals of like working out 6 days a week and feeling shitty if I missed one day. So I'm letting go of that crap because it doesn't serve me. And I made my own plan, and that's my minimum baseline, and it's a goal I can accomplish. And now I actually do. I would get so intimidated by the big goal and give up because it felt too much. And I'm just happy that I'm coming to a place where I accept what I'm capable of and what is realistic. Talking about honoring my capacity, and I think one way to do that is to set smaller goals, because habit change is hard enough. So if you're looking to change something, I think the best thing is to take the baby steps. I think that's hard for some of us because it doesn't feel like a big win. It's not that big dopamine hit that you maybe wanted. But I find that once I get started, picking up momentum, getting started is the hardest, right? So if it feels realistic to start, then you can build momentum. And it's so much better for my mental health when I take it back and focus on what's the first thing I need to do, what's the smallest step I need to take, and then kind of snowballing from there. Still very much learning this, but I do see a shift in my mindset, when I set smaller goals, I am so much more likely to start and finish. I see a shift in that. So, what for me? So yeah, I turned this scarf into basically a shirt. I mean, I have something on under, but it was so comfy. I had to just wear it. It was cozy. It was making me feel good. So anyway, perfectionism. Yeah, I tend to overwork drawings and paintings, anything really. I could overwork it. So I'm looking for a sweet spot, that perfect ending. Perfect. Damn. I just said it. Okay, so that just good enough ending to a project and to a step or to something before I transition away from it. So, yes. So I've been wondering, as I think about this, how much of it is hyper focus. Because I do have trouble transitioning out of one step and into the next, which is such an ADHD trait. So, is it being stuck trying to make things perfect, or is it hyper focus? I'm not totally sure. Perfectionism, yeah, bogs me down sometimes, keeps me stuck in a step and within a process, and trying to make things better, 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 and not just accepting when it's good enough, still striving. And I think there's a sense of like worthiness attached to that. Like, I'll be more worthy if I make this even better. And then that backfires for me at least, and I overwork. So I think that's a mindset shift that needs to happen. Understanding you are worthy no matter the quality of the external things that you create. That has nothing to do with your worthiness. You're worthy because you're here. You don't have to do to be worthy. And, when you're feeling that way, like using something externally to define your worth. I think a lot of people do it in different settings and different ways. So you can maybe apply this to something else. But yeah, probably something you create, because definitely it feels like such a reflection of me, and it can be, but I don't want it to define me. I mean, like, I can make something and be separate from it. And I think the best things I make, I'm not in my head about it and wondering what people are going to think about it. It's just something that I love, and that should matter too. Something that I love and something that I feel called to do. And that's probably why I jump all around with my artwork and do different things, because it's exciting that way. That's how my brain wants to do it. I need it to be fresh, or I feel kind of trapped or bogged down. And yeah, so, and that's another like point of like, well, am I a real artist if I don't have a specialty? Do I need to like have a focus? And I feel like with this channel, my focus is on mental health, obviously. So, what types of art, what art can kind of tell me about myself? Um, and the process of it and like trying new things is just more exciting to me. So, I need to define for myself what success means to me, what being an artist means to me, things like that that don't need to be defined by anyone else. I always felt like the things that I gravitated towards, the people that I gravitated towards, are those that are humble and authentically presenting their lives and like being vulnerable and I just appreciate the vulnerability of being real about shortcomings and a learning process. And that's what I hope to inspire within you with my own vulnerability, because this is vulnerable. I'm talking about my own mental health struggles and art processes where I fail a lot of times and need to fix. And I think now I keep thinking of charcoal drawings, like subtractive charcoal drawings. You erase, you add, you erase, you add, but you start with a mid-tone, so you have the charcoal in a thin layer first and erase away and add in and find the contrast, and that's like life, right? Like fixing mistakes and observing and drawing more and learning throughout, making mistakes, shifting, transforming, changing. So, anyway, I hope any of this makes sense and you resonate with it. Some of it, at least. Any of it. Tell me, what do you resonate with? Put a comment. Yeah. So exciting. These are ready to come out of their molds. I'm the most excited about the dragonfly. You can see, maybe, see his little face. Wait, it was upside down. See his little face right there? So nice. I can't wait. This one, so I messed up in the spirit of moving away from perfectionism. I will show you that mat that was all bumpy with the lines did not work out awesome because, see, I got resin buildup on the lines, and even like some of the big ones, it was really bad. And all I did for this was just pour a little bit more in there in the hexagon. There's that. All right, let's unmold, demold. I want to do this one first because I'm like, want to have some sort of build up to the dragonfly. I'm so excited for that one. Oh, this overboard here. Oh, geez. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. Yeah, definite overpour. I don't know if you can hear, speaking of pouring, I don't know if you can hear outside. It's crazy. So I kind of wish I would have taken this out earlier because this is really hard and it's going to be probably harder. I bet I can take pliers and snap it off and then sand it. It's definitely going to need sanding. But otherwise, other than that, I enjoy it. It'll be a nice little pyramid. I did gold leaf, but the main colors are just those tissue paper, little bleeding tissue paper squares. So that's what's inside, giving it color. I'll put it down and see what it looks like that. Yeah, let's zoom. Yeah, I like it. Maybe next to that, it just needed that. Whoop, I'm not there, hold on. It needed that like clear coat. Yeah. Now you can see it better in there. The wings and all the pieces to it. There you are. And that too got some issues, so I have to sand again and give it paint on another coat probably. But I like how the rest of it looks. I'm still learning, so I have an extra step when maybe now I can learn from that, and probably going to invest in like a big flat silicone mat. So anyway, Mr. Bumblebee. And then, okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see this. This is more tissue paper as the inside, but this tissue paper I use to create a little painting. So there's not much color because it already had bled. Ooh, it's a nice shape. It's a dark diamond. And I need to pour up in here, probably sand too, because it's sharp around this edge here, so I'm gonna need to sand it. But I am happy with it. It's got some color, and the gold is showing through at the top because, as you can see, this is mostly clear in the top of the pour, top of the mold. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Well then, oh yeah, this guy I struggled with. I mean, he's clear now. Before it was like sanded really fine, but I needed this clear coat, but I did a really messy job on the clear coat. It's like handling with my gloves and being crazy, so I don't know if I want to keep it like that or if, because I could just like embrace the imperfection. Not there though. I don't know if you can see. That's a big, oh, it's hard to like get you to see, but there's a big old scratch there, some like extra resin probably, and like a bubble there. So yeah, I'm probably gonna sand this again. We got a round 2 coming up. But yeah, it feels good because I really sanded that down, and then I have to re-drill the hole because I had to pour. I had to like set it in the mold again to get like more space for the mosquito, and its nose was sticking out at one point. There it is, sticking out, and then it, it broke eventually. The wings are completely intact, so that's cool. All right, dragonfly. Oh yeah, and this one got the same line, so I do need to refocus on that. Get this sanded. Mistakes are part of it, but I did get to pour in here more. Ooh, come on. Here we are. Trying to get you to focus, camera. Focusing on the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so, ooh. So I did get to pour more, but then it like, the leveling, that needs sanded. So yeah, this is just like me learning, okay? Got drips. I am not an expert, but it is fun. My creativity shines in my inclusions, I think, especially bugs. All right, speaking of bugs, let's do it. I gotta get focused though, focus, there we go. Here it comes, oh my God. Oh, oh yay. Oh my God, it is completely flat. So completely preserved. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, wait, there we go. Look at this baby. Oh, it's a little flower now. And I envisioned it just like sitting, propped up on the 2 petals and just hanging out. It's just beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy. There's of course like technical stuff. Oh yeah, so I can pour into these. I gotta get it focusing. Focus. Focus. Still focusing on the wrong things. There we go. So like inside the petals, it's got like a sharp edge. You can see it right here. It's like a bowl. The wall is higher than the inside. So I'm going to probably just sit it flat, pour, you know, into each petal just a tad, and then that's it. Maybe some sanding. I don't know. That's pretty pointy. It makes me a little nervous, so I might give that a roundedness with the sanding. And while this is pouring, if I sand this first, I can paint some of the resin onto there. Yeah, so, oh, there you are. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. This is the whole thing. And it's a thing. It's so fun. It's such a joy. Way more joyful than seeing it, you know, sitting. Oh, it's really cool in person. It looks like a hologram because it's three-dimensional. And the wings, I got some of the wings. I'm glad I preserved, you know, enough. And I thought this might be really bad, but it does, you still see like the wings integrity here. And here, those are full wings. It's just a joy. He or she, this guy, this beautiful creature looks joyous to me. And mindful, like contemplative, inquisitive, like curious. Do you see it? He gets to be my little companion, my little spirit guide. Be inquisitive, be creative, explore, be curious. That's what this guy's going to tell me. Yay. I've had this dragonfly sculpture. I forget where I got it. Sorry, whoever brought this into my life. But I've always loved it. And it's with me. It's always on my desk or an art table. So the dragonflies are my buddies. Thanks for watching. If you missed part 1, the resin, it's the beginning of these projects, and I talk about my Reiki session, which I will go back to Reiki again. Obviously go back for myself, but I will make another video, hopefully with Alyssa, and let me know any questions you might have for a Reiki teacher, Reiki guide. So yeah, looking forward to that at some point. I have to reach out to her and figure it out, but that's definitely in the works. And thanks for being here, and thanks for being you. Go be creative and be vulnerable with someone. Bye.